we're gonna put this high ram on the truck. If you ain't ever put a high ram on, they send you this O-ring cord, has to be cut to fit. You'll lay it in the groove here, you'll cut it down, and then I super glued the ends back together. It's been like that for years now, so it works pretty decent. So I ended up having to remove the lid again. I couldn't get the bolts to start. Very tight bolt pattern on this sheer fab top, but also had to run a tap through here. Holley doesn't tap all the way through these intakes, and those 1/4 20 Allen head socket bolts that they send with this were a hair longer, so I needed to be able to use those. I just ran the tap down through there and cleaned it out. The back two are not open, so those bolts are a little too long. I have to go run and get some of those bolts. These front ones, you put a throttle cable bracket on if you run a cable drive. Of course I am now, and we got that on there. Man, it was a pain, but I'm gonna go run and grab a couple screws, and I'll be right back and start putting the injectors and fuel rails on. Maybe we can get this on the truck. All right, I got this on. Everything's good and tightened down. Cable brackets on. I'm gonna install these injectors. We got them from MRP. We got the high ram height adapters for those. This guy does some awesome work. He's got a YouTube channel. He does a lot of flow testing and everything on his Bosch 210s. So check him out. There's a lot of fake 210s out there, so those are legit. Couldn't speak for anybody else's, but check them out if that's what you're in the market for. And we'll get these injectors and fuel rails put on, and then we'll try to get it on the truck. I did skip a little on the video. I set the intake on. I got the bolts in it. And the injectors is all done. I got the harness tucked back behind. I don't know, you can't really see back there, but she's in. Ended up getting the throttle cable routed. That's a motion cable. Had to trim it down because it's cut to length. Here's the bracket. The crossover fuel lines for the return. Got the new plug wires put on. Really starting to like it. The throttle body. It is upside down. It's 102. It's upside down so the cable can be over here. Simple. Get your sensors over here. That'll be all plugged up. So this is a different day, but I'm back doing a little work. Show you guys what I got going on. There is the external fuel filter from Faster LLC. There's the, let me see here. That's the Motion Raceworks E85 sensor and mount everything. I made this bracket, mounted it to the frame. This is the fuel filter and fuel filter bracket. I do got the feed and return lines hooked up. Got the 10 and the 8. For the relay setup, I got the boost leash, dual 70 relay here. I got my trigger wires, my 4-gauge power, 10 gauge on the output for the fuel pumps. They go in. This is just a ground. I've got a ground distribution right here for my taillight grounds, fuel pump grounds, relay grounds. Everything is right there. My 4-gauge runs over there to the battery. We're almost ready to put the bed back on it. Do got to do a couple more things. We'll get the bed back on, and then we're taking it over to Next Motorsports to get our cold side piping done and our exhaust. There's some of the exhaust pieces. Our exhaust is gonna just go ahead and come out the fender. Hate to do it, but oh well. Our hole in the bumper, this is gonna be there for now because I have a fiberglass bumper. Also, I've got my power and ground bulkheads here. Those came from Maven Performance. Show you what those look like on the inside. Let me get the flash turned on. So these are, I can't pronounce the word, Amphenol or something. Maven Performance make these. These two 4-gauge come up here to the Haltech. These will run down through there, and these go on like that. So everything will be routed up there, cleaning everything. We've been doing a little bit of stuff in here, but just wanted to show you these quick connects. They pretty awesome deals. So expensive but worth it. Here's another look at those. I don't have the quick connects on the outside. Those will be crimped and ran down the frame to the battery. I still have to clean the frame up in the front, get new suspension for it. But as you can tell, in the past, I cleaned the whole frame, front to rear. I had to stop right here because I'm planning on getting aftermarket suspension for it, and didn't want to pull all of this off just to put it back on. I always go above and beyond, and I wouldn't have painted the frame without making all that stuff look good, and that stuff's coming off, so wasn't any reason to clean all that stuff with it coming off. So I know I do need a new steering rack. It's starting to leak a little, but this little update, the truck's pretty close to getting done. So hopefully I can make another video with it being done when we get it back from the fab shop. Then we'll probably make us a video going to get it tuned, putting it on the dyno. Share that with you guys if y'all want to see it. I did swap out for some color match door handles, but she's coming together. Another thing I'll show you guys that's been watching and maybe came here for the fuse box relocation. I do have everything finished up with it. That's on now, but if I can move some of this stuff here, I'll show you some of the work. Let me move some of this important stuff here. So this little bundle of wires here comes up from the parking brake cable hole, and it's for the stuff in the rear and a few sensors on the trans and stuff like that. But up here where the new headlight harness comes through, and this is the headlight harness disconnect plug. I done that just for a peace of mind. Everything goes up here nice and neat, and then this second plug up there with the blue and brown on it, it's for my fuel level sensor gauge. I didn't quite make the wires long enough, so I put a connector on it and extended it out. Also, I have a 4 gauge wire coming in from distribution up there on the frame to power the fuse box. And I have it hooked up to a 100 amp breaker. That will turn the power on, and just in case we ever have any kind of faulty anything, this other wire runs over up here to the fuse box power right there. So it powers the fuse box. Also, if I ever wanted to, I can just disconnect the power to it. And that basically runs everything. If you don't have power to that, when you turn the key on, you don't really have power. We'll have power to the Haltech. It's going to be on a separate feed. So just wanted to show you guys that. I went really crazy on this fuse box relocation, but to me it's pretty perfect. I went, like, not perfect, but to me it's awesome. I like it. This is my plug for my taillight harness. It's a 6-way plug, and also you got this green wire right there. That green wire is separated when it goes out under the hood for the fuse box. It is your reverse lights. It's not in the taillight harness itself. That wire has to be connected separately for some reason, but it is wired up in here to the fuse box and connected, everything. So just want to show you guys that. Let me see here. I do got the brakes bled. They feel pretty great, honestly. So a little update on the brakes. I like it. I definitely think it's going to be a nice setup. Could be wrong, but I think it will be. I do have the new drive-by cable set up, done. That's the Motion Raceworks cable, and it's got an adapter for your pedal, and a little adapter for the firewall. You can trim the cable and make it longer, well, you can't make it longer, but you can make it shorter. And of course we got that hooked up, everything like that. It's very stiff compared to the drive-by wire, but that's what I was going for. That basically wraps up the inside. I've got my wires. I drilled that hole there, so all of these inputs and outputs, transmission pressure, flex fuel sensor, stuff like that, will pin into the back of the screen. So actually, here's your screen harness. All those extras are inputs, outputs, fuel level gauge, flex fuel sensor, stuff like that. You'll pin those yourself. So I'll have all that hooked up and it'll work off of the screen. We're getting a lot closer, so bear with me and we'll get this thing together. Let me know what you guys think about it. This will wrap up this video. If you guys enjoy watching this stuff, let me know, because I don't get a lot of views, and I mean, I'm still making it regardless. I just like to have it. But if you guys want to see something, let me know. If you guys enjoy watching this stuff, let me know, because I'll keep doing it. And when we get the truck done, we'll do some actual videos on driving and whatever you guys want to see. But let me know if you like watching this stuff, if we should keep doing it. Share it out. I mean, let's make this channel grow so we can have a nice little GMT 800 truck page here. I know I'm not the best of the best, but we're trying. So like it and share it, follow. Let me know what you guys want to do, and we'll do it.